What's everybody? Welcome to TL's Roadhouse. So good to see everybody in the house with Old Dominion today.
Yo, what's up?
God, man, it's great to see you boys.
Good to see you, man.
How's the world treating everybody?
Can't complain, man.
Yeah,
can't complain.
Touring your asses off right now.
Completely off. Yeah,
Don't let them fool you. We complain all the time.
Shit, man, you get used to it. So where are y'all at this weekend? Where are you heading to?
We're going to Minneapolis. Yeah.
Minneapolis and Iowa.
No, we're going to Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
I was one of them states. This time of year, it all runs together.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a hot summer too.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I know, we
playing
finally-
all outdoor stuff.
Yeah, we finally got to play inside the other night. We were like, this is awesome.
So I had John Morgan on today as well, and John said he's been out with y'all and Kane Brown. So how's all that been going?
Yeah, we've had him out. But this right now we're out with Ernest and
Red Farron.
Red Farron. Yeah,
Very cool.
So it's been great. Yeah.
I love Ernest, man. What a good dude.
He's
Great
yeah.
songwriter, man.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a sweet human being, man. What a cool cat.
Yeah,
I
he
love
is
him to
so
death.
cool. So cool.
So where did the name come from? I know you didn't just snatch it off the side of a truck.
Yeah, right.
You're not far off.
Well, a lot of us are from Virginia.
Yeah.
And that was kind of important to us. We wanted to kind of have some sort of Virginia tie to it. That's the nickname for the state of Virginia, is the
Old Dominion.
The Old Dominion
Yeah.
State. Yeah. So that was it. Well, I mean, we were looking for names forever. That was the only thing that we could find that wasn't taken.
Yeah.
And we were just like, well, only thing I can find is Old Dominion. And everybody went, yeah, sure, that's cool.
So how did y'all all collectively meet? I mean, did you grow up together, or college, or what was the situation put y'all together?
I grew up with our drummer, who's not here right now.
Yeah.
He and I went to middle school together, and
Wow.
then he went to college at James Madison University with these guys.
Yeah.
And then Brad.
Music majors, of course.
I don't think.
I was a music industry major.
Yeah.
It was the first year they offered music industry
Yes.
as a major.
Virginia's known for that.
Yeah.
Well, so we were like, I was in a band, and then Jeff and Whit were in another band together. So we played a lot of the same, college spots around town. And then one by one, everyone just we all graduated, went our separate ways, and then everyone separately just started moving to Nashville.
Oh, really? So you didn't come
Yeah.
collectively together? You just came
We
individually?
met. I met Trevor actually on stage at a songwriter round.
Really?
About a year after I had been here, and we started hanging out and writing songs.
What year was that when y'all got to town?
It was 03, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, the town's changed a lot since 03.
A
Yeah.
ton.
It's
Yeah.
drastic, man. I mean, from the time I got here, Nashville's not the same place at all.
Oh, no.
No.
Even Music Row, man. Music Row used to have this great charm to it, man. Everybody knew when the studio was busy, you knew where everybody was at. You could just pop in unannounced.
Well,
Everybody's running up and down the alleys, and
That's kind of, I moved here from New York City, and when I got to the Music Row, I was like, I mean, I don't have to go put a fingerprint in and go to the 80th floor of it just seemed so accessible, all the little houses there and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it just was one of the appeals and charm for me, for sure.
I just love, I always said Nashville, Music City was like this little town in the middle of this big city. The music industry had its own charm to it. And
Yeah.
it just had such a great vibe back then. And then ever since COVID, man, everybody's kind of dispersed all over
It's harder
the place.
to find now.
Berry Hill's kind of accumulated a lot of it, but Music Row's not the same. It's condos and apartments and stuff
know.
now.
Yeah.
It's lost a lot of its charm.
It's kind of a
but-
bummer.
But I love the way the city's grown. It's still got a lot of great character to it. I mean, if you look culturally, I saw the city change, and I don't know if you identified it too, but when we had the NFL draft here several years ago, you had the Stanley Cup going on at the same time. I mean, there were 500,000 people on Lower Broad, and being able to accommodate that many people, restaurants and housing and everything, to put Nashville on the world stage, that really solidified it in my mind that the whole country looked at Nashville differently after that point.
Yeah.
It was like that combined with the TV show Nashville. I think it's really shined a big light on everything too.
Yeah, that was a huge marker too, man. Yeah, it's been fun to watch it grow, but culturally, man, there's so much great stuff here. It's such a great melting pot of music, and so many people coming from New York and California and stuff. That's pop and rock and blues and everything. It's just such a great influx of all those things.
Yeah.
What were those influences for y'all?
Man, I think it's so across the board for all five of us, which I grew up in Detroit area, so we had Motown, we had great rock, we had Bob Seger, we had
You
we
had
had
the
a lot of
downtown
hip-hop.
hoedown, man.
We did. I used to go there I actually got a funny story about that. we had we had the Downtown Hoedown, and in Wyandotte they did a Wyandotte Hot Country Jam for a little while. And one year, me and my buddy were walking down. There was a giant line, and we had to take a piss. So we hopped the fence in this yard and took a piss. And then we walked out of the alley, and I'm looking around. I go, we're backstage right now. And, like, no sooner do I say that, you walked off your bus. And I go, holy shit, that's Tracy Lawrence. And I walked over and I asked for an autograph, and I think you were looking at me like, where the hell's the security in this place?
I always liked Detroit. It seems like it's kind of starting to come back a little bit. I miss the Hoedown because we used to play it every couple of years, man. Yeah, and Detroit's finest, they were not immune to stepping up in the bus and having a shot of an adult beverage in uniform, just so you know.
In uniform.
They don't have a problem with it. I won't say any names, but I found it very interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you get back there much?
Yeah, a couple times a year. I still have family up there and everything, so yeah.
Is it starting to kind of come back as far as I know there was a lot of rundown areas? I mean, there's a lot of renovation and stuff going on.
Yeah, it's amazing now. Yeah. Like back in the day, I remember we toured with Kenny Chesney a few times, and there was one time, I usually stay at my parents' when we go back to town, but I chose to stay at the hotel downtown, and I got up and went for a run around Detroit, and I was looking around going, wow, I would have never done this 10 years ago, you know, but there's restaurants, and they got, you know, the Lions and the Tigers stadiums are nice. It's really cool. Detroit's back.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Let's see, what is it, what's the hockey team?
Red Wings.
The Red Wings. They were. I guess they're doing pretty well again. I don't follow hockey that much.
They missed the playoffs last year, but they're trying to come back. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. And you're from Virginia.
Virginia.
Richmond area.
No, it's a tiny little town. It's called Buchanan, Virginia. It's about 30, 40 miles outside of Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah,
about 900 people there. Yeah.
So in 2003, when did y'all have your first album drop?
2015.
Yeah, we just hit the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah. So that was the 10-year journey of getting to commercial success in some ways, 10, 12 years. That's about the norm these days.
It takes
we started we moved here to, you know, you want to move here and be big, but we really started as songwriters, a lot of us, you know. We wrote 1 million songs before we even really thought about being in a band, but we just played so much together. Like once they moved to town, and we were just playing to showcase songs and make a couple bucks here and there. So really, it was the songwriting journey that was first for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I moved here, I swore I'd ever be in another band.
It's totally same. Like when I moved to Nashville, I was like, I'm done with this band thing. Like no more taking chances.
Right. So I just moved here to try to be a songwriter.
Really? Mm-hmm. And were you more interested in a solo career, or just really kind of burn out on the whole band concept?
No. Just like I moved to Nashville because I wanted to pay my mortgage playing music, and so I thought, well, I'm gonna just play.
Well,
for
that's
other
a
people.
hard thing to do,
right? I know, right? But I was like, I gotta. I wasn't doing it back home in Virginia. You know, I was making like $20 and a plate of nachos every night.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, nachos, right? So good. But I thought I'm just gonna come to Nashville and give it a shot and see if I can get paid to play music.
How do you think Lower Broad has impacted the state of country music these days? Because it's completely different than when I got here. And even back in 2003 when you guys were starting to come to Nashville, that whole scene down there is completely different.
It's
than
wild down there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably, if you're a player down there, there's probably never been a better time. I mean, there's just so many people that want to tip you. You know what I mean? You can make a good living playing down there.
You can. I mean, looking to hire road guys and stuff, a lot of guys will turn you down these days because a road gig don't pay near, but you're going to grind it out. I mean, you're bouncing from bar to bar, playing 4 and 5 different sets a night and working your ass off down there. But these guys are making really good money.
Yeah, I never was interested in that personally. Same thing. I'm like, I don't want to play a bad version of, Aerosmith song or whatever.
Right.
I'd rather concentrate on doing my own writing and at least making some original music and stuff. But like I said, I think that they're a great representation of, when people come to town and want to experience country music. There's some good bands down there and good singers. And good
I think the caliber of players, I mean, the competition is tremendous these days, too. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be real. I think it's harder now to get separation like from the fan base out there to really get separated in people's mind. There's just so much free.
Everybody's
really,
so good.
good.
Yeah.
So many great musicians and songwriters and background singers and vocalists and everything. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of had a unique journey because we never really did the Broadway thing. I mean, we played at the Wild Horse Saloon sometimes, but we were so in the songwriting process of it that we weren't kind of grinding it out on Broadway. We would, if we played gigs, it was like maybe in Midtown there was a little place called Blue Bar that we'd play to nobody, and or we'd get out of town and go play in like Tuscaloosa or something like that. But we never really were immersed in the Tootsies world.
Yeah, we lost the Battle of the Bands at the Wild Horse.
Yeah,
Did
you really? Thanks to like Cowboy Troy. Appreciate it.
Oh, Cowboy Troy beat y'all.
He was
I know,
one
I
of the
think-
judges.
I think he
No,
voted
the host.
against us.
He was the host or something, I think. Michael Knox was a judge. Ira Dean
Oh yeah,
was a
yeah.
judge. And it
Which
was
one of them was like, trust me, you didn't
that
wanna
was
win
Michael. Like, so Michael Knox. Well, like it was like a multi-week thing. Like it was rounds, and you would either make it through, and I think the prize was you get like $10,000 or something in recording costs, and you got to be the house band for the Wild Horse Saloon. And so we made it all the way to the end, and then we lost. And then we're backstage, and Michael Knox pulls us aside, and he's like, "Hey, everybody knows y'all are the best band. You don't want this gig." Like he's like, "You're a different kind of band than this. Like you're not a cover band. Like you guys are artists. You have your thing." And the Wild Horse was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you want to play here anytime, you can play here." So we wound up being a house band at the Wild Horse, but we didn't get the $10,000. But
So close.
If only. If just only.
we were happy to play for our free little burger.
The Star Burgers?
The
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Burger, yeah.
We'd all split what $75.
Yeah.
Man, I remember back in the day, I think a musician downtown was making like $25 a night, and you had to buy your own beer too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was that bad years ago.
Yeah, it was
If you
brutal.
played down at Printer's Alley back in the 90s, I mean, you were not making any money at all.
That's basically the reason we wound up getting in a van and driving around.
Yeah.
We drive a couple hours outside town. We were like, we can make a couple $100 out here. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What was it like first time you heard your song on the radio, that very first one, man? Y'all remember that feeling?
Yeah, it was trippy. Pretty trippy, man. I remember hearing it on the first time we heard one of our songs was on, I think it was like New Year's Day or something. It was on the highway on Sirius XM.
So Dirt on the Road?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I was back home at my parents' house, like listening to it. It was wild.
It's pretty validating, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you put all those years in, you striving and grinding it out and everything.
Somehow made it happen.
I don't think you ever get tired of hearing it on the radio either.
No.
I don't care how many years go by. Because if you think about it, man, in the big scheme of things, for everybody that gets to do it on any successful level in this business, I mean, it's a very, very small percentage of people. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's not a lot of us that get a chance to do that.
No, so
No.
it's sweet every time you get to hear it.
Yeah. You still enjoying as much now as you did in the beginning?
More so
Yeah.
now. I mean, obviously, success helps you with that.
Oh, yeah. And riding in a bus is better than riding in a van.
Riding in a van, yeah. But we've just we've developed a pretty great relationship with our fans, and feels like we have like a little bit of a culture out there now going, and we've had enough success that we have, a lot of hits that we can play, and the shows are just a blast. It's a grind still, wears us out, but
Usually about
pretty
October.
awesome. Yeah.
That's usually about when it hits, about October.
This year particularly has been a grind.
Yeah. And why is that? Just because of the tour schedule?
I think we have a new album coming out this week, so we've just been trying to ramp up to that. The tour schedule has been really heavy, and every day there's not something on the tour. We kind of made a decision early this year. As you have the success, a lot of times it's like, okay, well, we can play less shows and make just as much money. But this year we were like, what's our window? How much longer are we going to be able to do this at the level we're doing it at? We're like, let's just gear down this year and do everything. So we said yes to a lot of things, and so even when we're not playing shows, we've just been doing a lot of media and just different things. So.
Yeah, they got you out doing a radio tour and stuff. I guess if you're getting ready to launch an album, y'all been grinding it out.
Yeah, we're doing all
kinds.
kinds of press stuff. We were just spent a couple days in New York, and all the interviews, all the
fun
podcasts,
stuff.
all of them, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I think it kind of takes totally. It's that radio thing, man. That's a whole lot of same old over and over and over and over.
Yeah, it's
in the
funny.
early mornings.
We kind of lucked out in the beginning because we didn't really ever have to do the proper radio tour thing because we had been turned down by everyone so many times at that point, and we were touring in a van so much. We had built enough of a grassroots sort of following, and we did have a song on Sirius XM, so that was gaining some fans, and we were just touring. And by the time it got to the point where you would normally do a radio tour, we had dates. We had 200 shows a year, so we couldn't do the radio tour. So we kind of had to bring them to us a little bit. So it was kind of nice that we didn't.
Well, we also lucked out because our first big tour, we got on the Chesney tour, and all the radio guys would come to his show, so we could build in that day just a time going to their suite or whatever and do interviews and talk. Yeah,
we were also lucky in the respect that our first 6 or 7 songs went #1. We were like, oh, this is easy, no big deal. We'll catch you guys next time we're around.
That's pretty.
Once
cool,
we started going radio tour, then we started having flops.
It really is not the normal though, man.
No,
to come out of the box and grind it like that. That's pretty blessed.
Yeah, we got very spoiled.
Yeah.
Like the minute one starts struggling, we're like, what happened? What's going on?
So what's the hierarchy when you're looking for material, when you're putting a record together? What's the how do y'all determine songs that you're gonna play on the record? How do y'all go about that? Everybody's kind of different.
Like, recently, we kind of been like, once it gets kind of close to time, everyone will, we write a lot together, but sometimes we write with other people, and we'll kind of throw all the songs up in a little shared folder, and everyone kind of checks them out, and then we'll usually all have 3, 4 that we know we're going to do, that either we've all written or we've heard and gone, we got to do that one, and then
kind of get your anchor pieces of the record put in place first.
Yeah.
Are y'all playing anything on the record? Are y'all doing some of that yourselves?
We play it all.
Do you really?
We write it all and play it all.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. We do have one guy, Dave Cohen, that comes in and plays keys with us and lots of different synthesizer sounds and stuff that we couldn't.
Accordion and whatnot.
Yeah.
Whatever he ends up playing, I have to figure out how to play on the road. So,
but other than that, it's us in there.
That's really cool. That's not normal for the most part in Nashville either, where guys actually get to play on the record these days.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Probably what is a piece of our success, too, is just because we aren't the best musicians out there, but we sound like us. So we can't help but sound like us,
That reminded me of, I just thought of when Jonathan Singleton got a record deal. He had a badass band, and they didn't get to play on the record.
Wow.
Dan Huff, whatever, they hired some band.
Yeah.
That must have sucked for those guys.
Yeah. And it also helped, too, like part of our story in the beginning was we got, like I said earlier, we got turned down so much. And then we had a single that took off on its own without having the record deal. And that song started to blow up. So then they gave us the record deal, and then they fired the head of the record label. And so we had to finish our record with no one.
Yeah,
at
no
the helm.
oversight.
Wow.
So they left us alone. We did whatever we wanted to do and turned it in.
Called it something ridiculous. Made a ridiculous album cover.
And so that set the tone. So now, like, our record label doesn't hear a song that they have no idea what we're cutting.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
That is extremely rare.
They hear the finished product, and that's it.
And they've always been great about it. Never any pushback.
That's wonderful, because, that doesn't happen very much at all.
I know.
Yeah, especially in this day and age, man. The competition's so tough. So if you look at the big scheme of things, was there 18 currents on the charts right now?
Right.
You got 18 currents with all these labels and all these secondary spin-off labels and you're fighting against a whole lot of stuff over there. And there's not a lot of space.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It's wild. It's wild.
How much social media are y'all doing? How much does that impact y'all? Every day you posting every day. Who's
Sam? We posting every day.
That's our social media right there.
Yeah. Do they kick back all the time? I don't want to do that.
Yes.
I hate it. All the time. That's stupid. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's a thankless job.
You hire them and go, tell us what to do, and they do, and you go, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Try again.
But that is one of the things, like, because obviously it's an important tool. And we got to this point, like, recently where, they're like, you got to post, you got to do this. And we were like, look, if you want us to do that, we got to hire somebody, because we're not going to do it. There's just no way I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to take a selfie here.
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
It's a lot, man. It seems like it'd be a little bit intrusive into your personal time, and it's just hard to
I think there's a lot of different boundaries. It's like, for me, I'm going like, who cares? I don't even care about me. Like, why do I want to post this out to the world?
Yeah,
like,
same.
it just feels weird. It feels like self-important or something like that. I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing for me is it's almost like it's you've sacrificed the creative process and what should be the primary focus of everything we do as musicians and artists to focus more on branding and imaging.
Right.
And that's just, it seems to contradict everything that musicians are about.
Yeah, necessary evil, but
Yeah.
man, it sucks.
Again, glad we made it.
yeah.
So who's the wild one on the road who y'all have to constantly pull the reins back on? Is it all of you?
We're all pretty tame these days.
Yeah.
That
Calm down
happens.
quite
We all
a bit.
had our moments, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor will disappear every once in a while,
yeah.
but usually into a casino where he's just playing
Yeah, it's
blackjack.
not that bad, though.
yeah.
Drink about 6 or 8 Manhattans.
Yeah. But for the most part, we just play the show, we hang out, we watch some dumb movie after the show, have a drink, go to bed.
I love dumb movies.
You ever seen MacGruber?
I have not seen MacGruber.
You got to check it
I have
out.
to check that one out. Have you ever seen Rubber?
No.
No.
So Rubber is about this possessed tire that rolls around and it'll vibrate and make people's heads explode.
Holy
Wait,
shit.
this is
No
a
way.
real movie.
It's a real movie.
Oh, we were
it's
watching
about a
that.
tire, a possessed tire. It's freaking awesome.
Who's
I love-
besides the type?
There's nobody in it. There's somebody. Yeah, there's nobody in it. But there's actually a script and a plot line to this thing.
Right.
My wife hates. I mean, and when I start on a bad movie, I can't stop.
Yeah,
Is it called Rubber or The Rubber?
Rubber.
Rubber.
Just Rubber. And I'm sure you've seen the Human Centipede too.
I have seen
I
that.
bought it when it was banned in America. I ordered it from Europe. It's I love really bad.
That's a
movies.
rough
I don't-
one. That's a rough
That's
one.
pretty rough.
Yeah.
I even
What
got
did
the
we-
sequel.
What was one we just
We
saw?
just watched one the other day. That
Stealth
was
Fighter.
Stealth Fighter?
Stealth Fighter is
Stealth
terrible.
Fighter.
Could be the
It's
worst.
like iced tea. It's so
Have
bad.
you seen Tiptoes?
Wait a minute.
It's Matthew.
Dude, we just watched the trailer for
yes,
this. Yeah,
it's the worst movie. It's a rom-com with little people.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey.
Yes, and what is his name? Oh God. So I think
Like
it's
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Is
Or
like
Oldman.
he's pretending to be the twin brother of Is it Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Matthew. And so Kate Beckinsale is his love interest, and she doesn't know that all of his family are little people.
Yeah.
Until they have this family reunion, and he disappears off to it, and then Gary Oldman shows up at the door. It's really messy.
we were laughing.
And she winds up running off with Gary Oldman into the woods and having a baby. It's really jacked.
We were
up, man.
laughing at the trailer because it's like Gary Oldman in the performance of a lifetime. It seems
I
like an
see. I
SNL
thought it
skit.
was a recent movie too,
Oh, no,
but
it's
it's not.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I just love it's like anytime I see something that bad, I think about all the hoops that it had to go through and all the people it had to clear to get funded.
And somebody thought it was a good
Yeah,
idea.
A lot of
absolutely.
people.
A lot of
That's a good
people.
idea.
I wonder if it came out around the same time as like Twins,
Right with
You know-
It
Yeah.
has that
Schwarzenegger.
feel to
where
it.
they were like, "Wait a second, that
we
worked.
need a
Yeah.
What if
need
we
the
do
next
a-
Twins.
Yeah,
But you need to be smaller twins.
yeah, and more of them."
I don't know what it is. It may just be the road environment that makes you just want to find obscure, strange things
Well,
to occupy your brain.
It's because we're
Yeah.
just a bunch of children that have never grown up.
And you know we don't have to.
Exactly.
That's the thing. We get to ride
Exactly.
around on a bus and be children for the rest of our lives.
Goof off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, my kids think I'm absolutely insane.
Yeah. Well, same.
Y'all got families?
Yeah. Where was lots of kids in the band. It was 9 kids between all of
No
us.
I
kidding.
got 4.
Yeah.
Are they able to come on the road at all with you these days?
Occasionally
A
they
little
come
bit.
out, but
it's
now-
a different environment.
Yeah.
They pick the good ones. Mine just came to Tahoe. We were in Lake Tahoe. So when we have a cool one like that, they
Yeah.
show up for sure.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love being able to bring the kids on the road. They didn't get to come as much when they were young. Mine were on the dance team and all that stuff. But you
mine
miss
too.
so much, man. It's really sad. And I think they understand it more as they've gotten older. But when they were little, man, it's like they just want dad to be home, and it's got its challenges, man. People don't realize.
Yeah, my oldest is 19, and she was just saying the other day it took her till like last year to realize how big this band was.
They just don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's just they're detached, and mine had a hard time with relationships because as soon as they found out who dad was,
Right.
people treat them different. Yeah,
That's
your kids
actually
find out.
that's actually she said what taught her about it was because she goes to Kentucky, and when I was getting ready to move her up there last year, I was like, hey, just so you know, when you get outside of Nashville, people kind of freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like the first week she was there, people knocking on the door saying, is this where Old Dominion's daughter lives? And all, she was like, oh, wait a minute. must be kind of a big deal. That was her first kind of real introduction into that.
I think it gets easier on them too as they kind of get into their 20s. They start to digest it a little bit better, and it becomes a little bit more normal. And they kind of separate it and start to understand a little bit more about mine. Stop holding so much against me was probably the best way I can describe it, because they just know that you're gone all the time.
You miss a
That's
lot.
hard.
Yeah,
You really do.
Yeah.
Boys, girls.
I have none yet, but I just got married 4 months ago. So,
Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
I got 3 girls, 1 boy.
I have 2 girls. Yeah.
Yeah. I just have 1 girl.
Yeah. Girls are a challenge, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ours are all dancers too, so we've lived in dance world for.
The competition dance world. That's what mine did. I mean,
it's as much of a grind as touring, practically.
Yeah, and those dance instructors, they, I mean, it's 6-7 days a week. I mean, they're there till 9-10 o'clock at night after school every day. I mean, it was a lot.
Yeah, it's intense.
Just it really is, and but I think the structure and the discipline and all of it. I mean, it's good for
good
the
for
kids.
them.
Keeps them occupied and all
Keeps
that
them
stuff.
fit, keeps them structured.
So what's the new album that's coming out next week? What's the nuts and bolts of it? What's marquee song on it? What do you think?
I got a single out right now called "Making Good Time," but we also we've been releasing other songs slowly, building up to it. There's one on there called "Miss You Man" that seems to be getting a lot of attention.
So explain that to me, because that's different. So people don't release singles to radio and just focus on that. There's a lot of other things going into it. Well, I don't really understand the whole strategy behind it these days.
We don't either. But, I mean, we do have a radio single, and, there's some of the younger acts that are out there right now don't give a shit about the radio as much. And, we were one of the last bands, I think, or acts that came along that really needed it, and it really made our career. So it's still very important to us. We do pick a radio single, and that we have a focus, but then we have this whole other world out there where people can find it, and this song could have a life of its own just on social media, or there's all these playlists out there that are on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
So we can release one to the radio, and then this one's going to be on the new country playlist or whatever, and so that one might get some attention. So it's really good for, especially with us, where we've built a fan base that really digs into our albums, and it helps them have another life, because by the time you turn around the way people consume music now, they're ready for more.
Yeah, and it
6
takes
months
a
later.
year for a single to climb. It's like, we got one single off this record. So
That's freaking crazy, too. Back in the 90s, 12 to 14 weeks top the chart. I was cutting an album every year and a half, getting 4 singles a year and 3 videos. You get to build a body of work in 10 years, and it's really hard to do that now.
It really is.
And explain this to me, too, because I struggle trying to comprehend this.
Is that why you had to quantum leap into all your videos?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reason that started...
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you.
I'm glad this came up.
Yeah.
We talk about this a lot.
So the reason that I did that, I wanted to go in with an album and predetermine all 4 singles and go ahead and shoot all of them in sequence when we drop the album. So you do all of them at one time.
Right.
But back then, my label, Atlantic, they wanted to do all this market research. So what you thought might be the second or third single would all ultimately change through the process. Because I thought it would be great to do those in sequence in miniseries form, so you could tie them together.
Yeah.
But and so I came up with this crazy idea. We just quantum leap from one to another. That way you didn't have to predetermine anything.
That's right.
You just kind of tie them together. And it was so different than anything else
Dude,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean, here we are talking about it still. We talk about it all the time. It was such brilliant strategy.
It was so fun, too, man. I got to be a race car driver and a gunslinger and a pirate. And, but back then, I mean, you'd go do 2-day video shoots. I mean, I was a gunslinger. We shot in Tucson and the old western town there. Tombstone. We shot in Tombstone. And I think that whole place has burned down since then. But back then, we'd go do 2-day shoots. They were like little mini movies.
Right.
Man. It was freaking awesome.
Was that your favorite video shoot that you did?
That was one of them. The pirate one was really cool. We did that one down the Caribbean off the Keys, and I mean, we spent 2 days out on these big freaking pontoon boats. They had a pirate ship stuff out there.
That's awesome.
That's freaking awesome.
It just shows up. That was our first video we made. We did a Back to the Future theme, and we were brand new, and we're like asking for stuff, and then we were like, what about a DeLorean? And a DeLorean showed up, and we were
no
cracking
kidding.
up.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it was
it's
cool.
just fun to be able to separate and play those kind of things, man. Just
Yeah.
kind of have an alternate personality and go enjoy all that stuff. I wonder, nowadays with streaming and everything that's going on, to get something to go viral, I really don't. I can't wrap my brain around it. Have you had some stuff to go viral, and how do you recognize the impact that it had, and how long you leave it in the set? Is there identifying markers about it? I mean, it's just so hard to. It's not like watching a record go up the charts. There's a whole different feel to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's impossible, man. I mean,
and how do you recreate it after you have it done?
And that's the thing.
There's no method to it.
It's the same thing as like having a hit song. You know, like a hit song versus like a career, real impactful song. You don't know until it happened, and then everybody's like, "Can you do that again?" And we're like,
"I don't know how we did the first time."
We keep fucking trying, but you know, like
we thought these other 12 were going to do that.
But that seems to be the reason that people are releasing other things outside of just the radio single, is because you're looking for those other little things to happen.
You're looking for the reaction
at the same time, and but how do you make that happen? I don't
know, but I think the only answer can just be, at least for us, the most authentic we can be. And
and also,
if we try to do something, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Also, I think it's just, the more irons in the fire, the more, you can't. It ultimately just depends on whether people are going to click on it or listen to it or whatever. You know what I mean? You can only do so much.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about when they were trying to pick singles for you, how they did all this market research, and now
That's basically what
it's been democratized into streaming services where each song is in market research the minute it's released. If all of a sudden one gets 2 million, 4 million, 20 million streams, you go, oh, I guess this is special for people. This is connecting.
If there's an obvious one that raises its hand, then sure. But the danger is they just drive all these numbers, and then there's so many different ways to interpret these numbers, and you're sitting there going, okay, well, what is it saying? What is it saying? And it's like we've got to this point now where we're just going, okay, fine, that's a tool, but it's like, what song do we love the most? It's like, if we love it the most, let's just throw it out there, and people are going to probably react to it too.
Well, and you get a feel when you're standing on that stage about what's impacting that crowd and what's not. And sometimes the label, they miss all those things.
Yeah.
They might get all the great market research and algorithms giving you feedback, but there's nothing like the feeling that you get when a song reacts with a crowd.
Oh, yeah. We have a song called I Was on a Boat That Day, and we close our shows with it now.
That was a great record.
But it did, it died, and they were struggling. All the research, it's like, oh, come to the show. Is that not the real research? I mean,
we also found out that it wasn't the research.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
How many songs are on the new record? And that I asked that because
there's 73 actually.
It's like what Morgan put out on the last album he dropped. It's like, what is there 20-something freaking songs?
I know, it's crazy.
Like,
30.
It's crazy. But I guess that falls into the same question about all the stuff about just how many pieces can you push out, getting different impressions in people's brains.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's only 12 on this one.
I think there's 13.
Now, see, that's a comfortable place for a record because I'm still of the mindset I want to put an album together, and my intentions are for the fans to put it in and listen to it from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Because I put things next to each other for certain reasons. There's a flow and a cadence to the album overall that are still important to me as an artist because that's the world that I grew up in, and I miss those days. I wish everybody was cutting records like that instead of just playing just one single at a time.
So, I mean, who knows why they do? I mean, I guess if you're Morgan Wallen or whatever, that you just have such a giant fan base that you hope that people are going to consume all the way down to song number 32 or whatever, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
I tried on the plane. I got about 17 in, and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. But we do the same thing. We try to make complete albums. We try to make them airtight. We write a ton of songs, and so if it's on the album, we love it. And it's like there's going to be the way people listen to music these days. A lot of people are just going to kind of bounce around and catch a song or two. But we've really tried to cultivate this fan base that invests in our albums, and they do. So I think you're going to have a certain amount of people who are your diehards that are going to throw it on from top to bottom. So I still always care about the flow and the order.
Yeah. What stuff are you listening to outside of our format? What stuff inspiring you out there right now? I mean, music-wise.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or whatever, but I'm a pretty strict Sirius XM, listener. So I'm like, I got mostly old. I got like Tom Petty radio, Chris Stapleton radio. I got Bakersfield Beat, like Dwight Yoakam station. I do have TikTok radio just so I can check out what's going on out there. I know what the
kids are listening to.
But I'm more of a I'm listening to stuff that's old too. Like
there's a guy named Role Model that
that
guy's
that guy.
Awesome. Man, his stuff is super cool. He's got some stuff that's.
Has he built playlist or what is he as far as an artist? I mean, is he,
No, he's a. It's interesting, man, because sometimes his stuff's real poppy, but then he'll put out this like real acoustic, like
Almost talking. Sounds like a work tape kind of.
Yeah. It's real raw stuff, man. But he's really good. Great writer. He's got a cool song called Something Someday Somehow. It's fucking awesome, man. The writing is just incredible. And there's another guy who's popping off like crazy right now. His name's McGee, and his guitar playing is really strange, and his phrasing is really strange. But he's now, he had kind of an underground following, and now he's writing all these huge pop hits, or he's just people have discovered his style, and he's writing for all these other people now. So
yeah,
cool.
I like finding those real eclectic artists, man. There's some great stuff on the internet. I mean, there's so much talent, but it's almost brain overload.
Yeah.
That there's just so much out there. I mean, it's like you hit it for real hard for a while, and then I kind of burn out, and I'll back off and go back into podcast land and just go in other directions.
I go into a flight every time we get on an airplane, and I'm like, okay, I got to figure out something to listen to, and it's too much overload, and I listen to Nirvana or something.
Right.
I mean, I've discovered Marcus King like shit 10
Marcus
years
King's
ago,
good.
and I love Marcus, man. I mean, there's just some real eclectic cats out there that are getting a lot of good traction, man. I love that stuff.
I listen to whatever my daughter turns on. It's a lot of Megan Maroney.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's how I discover a lot of new music too. Is my kids will send me songs of artists I've never heard of.
Yeah.
All right, I know y'all travel up and down the road of bus like we do. Give me some rabbit holes, man. I want to know what kind of shit y'all go down. They laugh at me because I'm a flat earther. They give me shit all the time. Yeah. I like the weirder the better for me. Give me a good rabbit hole. I want to go down.
That's a dangerous belief when you're riding around on one of these things.
Just run right off the edge of the world.
Sail
baby.
right off the edge.
Every night you could be going off the edge.
Well, I was on a boat that day, so. Sorry, that was. Really
I mean, we
bad.
have our own rabbit holes. The problem is, when you're, you're a group of close friends, we basically speak our own language. So
It's funny how
we
that
come up
happens.
with all these stupid ass jokes that no one else gets or thinks funny, and we just
You have to dial that
drive
back when you come home because it used to drive my wife insane.
Oh yeah, you try to land one, you're like, well, the guys think that's funny. Why is that?
And she looks at little like she just saw a dog talk or something. Yeah, it's living on the road with a bunch of guys is definitely its own beast, and everybody doesn't really understand our strange, weird sense of humor because there's a lot of shock factor involved in living out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who can shock each other the most?
Yeah. We were all laughing yesterday at this TikTok post that was the top 10. What was it? The top 10
Presidents?
top 10 phrases for taking a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the winner. I wasn't in there, but what is it? Bomb Swirl Harbor.
Bomb Swirl Harbor was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty clever.
I personally like separate the art from the artist. That was.
Well, I could always paint you a Birmingham.
All right, I like that one.
Okay.
That one's gonna stick.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm telling you what, it's just living on the road, man. It's just its own thing, man. And it's so addictive. I had the hardest time during COVID. I think the worst thing was not being able to get on the freaking bus for a year.
Yeah.
I had the hardest time with that because it's like you start missing it. I mean, just missing being with everybody, just the chemistry and just the camaraderie of being out here with everybody. It just I was lost without it.
Yeah, we'd wake up and be like, I'm still here.
Guess I'll go brush my teeth in the bathroom again and do the same thing I did yesterday.
Yeah, for us it was hard too because that's what made us become aware of how much we actually get done on the bus without thinking about it when you're just getting coffee or whatever. And then some of the random conversations, you get a lot of business done. It's like all of a sudden in COVID we had to get on like 5 million Zooms. We're like, why do we have to be on a Zoom? We're like, oh, this is the stuff we would have talked about if we were together every day.
Yeah.
Do y'all ride a lot on the road?
We have been more this year.
Yeah.
We go through stretches. I think it's tough for me to ride on the road sometimes. This year I've been doing a lot better at it. But so we've gone through stretches where in the beginning we were riding a lot. Then it kind of dwindled a little bit, and now we're kind of firing it back up a little bit.
There seems to be a lot of distractions on the road. That's what I struggle with. Just so much other stuff going on. You focus on the show and production and all these things, sound check and whatever else is distracting you on any given day.
You have your routine, it's like whether you work out or golf, and then it's nap time. It's like so we've had to, we have.
Those important things. Golf and naps, man.
Nap time.
I know.
That's important shit, man. I know.
Absolutely.
Hey, you want our energy for the show, but yeah, that's why we have 3, published writers. We written for 20 years, but we don't do it together unless we invite somebody out with us, and it forces us to. So
yeah, I completely understand, but you'd think it'd be easier, but it's just not. It's
There's
hard
just
to ride
never
a road.
there's never enough time. You're like, I got an hour and a half here. I could either lay down or I could try to write a song or
Right.
whatever. It's just hard to focus.
I like the structured thing, man. I like keeping ideas in a folder and setting my times and writing real heavy during
Right.
the week when
Yeah.
I get home.
a lot of times we'll just noodle and sound check, and it's cool, and so we'll just record that and go, okay, there's a start.
This is a strange off the wall question. There was a guy named Sugar Man in Detroit. Are you familiar with Sugar Man?
Yeah.
Find the documentary,
Yeah.
Finding
Yeah.
Sugar Man. Are you
Yeah,
familiar
yeah.
with
Oh,
it?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
So this guy back in the 60s sounded a lot like Bob Dylan. And evidently the story was that he recorded this album and it bombed in the United States. But in South Africa, he was like bigger than freaking Elvis, man.
Yeah.
And these guys started trying to find out what happened to him. There were stories. There was no picture on the album cover. He was like huge in South Africa.
But he didn't know.
But he had no idea.
Yeah.
And so there were stories that he had set himself on fire on stage, that he had committed suicide on stage, all this crazy stuff that had gone on. So these promoters, he was like the guy that was acknowledged with the apartheid over there. It was like he was a huge cultural phenomenon. And so some promoters started trying to find him, and they found out he was still like a laborer working construction back in Detroit. And they found him, and they'd sold millions of records over there in South Africa, and he wound up going over there and was selling out freaking arenas.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. Check him up. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I've been being somebody from Detroit, I think it's pretty
I
fascinating.
had heard that story, but I haven't seen it. That's
like Kip Moore.
Yeah, I was
Same
gonna say
thing.
you should talk to Kip Moore about that because he's got a similar story about South
Yeah.
Africa.
Like
No,
his
no,
ma-
he's huge over there. I'm going to talk
Yeah.
with him tomorrow, but
Oh yeah. It's a crazy story. Like his management was like, streaming numbers are kind of big in South Africa. Like we have no idea why.
They kept trying to book him over there. And,
Yeah,
it's like,
and they were
no.
like, nah.
I mean, they said he did like 17,000 seats and tickets in an arenas and stuff over there.
crazy.
He's like freaking huge, man. It's crazy.
So they were like, just let us book that one show. And if you don't want to come, blah, 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 and it sold out in like, 5 minutes. And then he was like, shit, I guess I should go down
I
there.
think he's been Australia too. I think he's freaking huge
Yeah.
all over there.
I'm just waiting to find out where our honey hole is.
Have y'all done much European stuff yet?
A little bit,
Yeah. We're heading over there in October.
Yeah.
So
How are you received over there?
it's great, man.
Yeah.
We had started off pretty early building that, and then of course COVID again sort of killed that for a while. So once if things opened back up, the C2C festival had us back over there, and that was kind of we didn't know what to expect going back over there if all our work had just been for nothing. But the reception was incredible, so we booked a tour to go back over there in October.
I love it over there, man. I love traveling abroad. I mean, just the whole cultural part of it, and just seeing all the history and things. I love to travel. I'm sure you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
do.
Me too.
I remember,
What's your favorite place you've been over there?
Oh gosh,
That's so tough.
Amsterdam was pretty great.
Yeah.
We like Glasgow for some
Glasgow,
reason.
Scotland's
We
pretty
have our
great.
little bars we like to go to there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's cool. I hadn't had a chance to go to Scotland yet.
Yeah, it's
or
cool.
Amsterdam. Why would you enjoy Amsterdam?
Yeah.
What's over there to see?
It's very beautiful.
You do Canada a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Canada
there
big
2
market for
days
you?
ago.
Came from there, yeah.
What part? Where'd you go?
We were in Calgary 2 days ago.
Yeah. Is the Stampede?
No, we did, it was
Country
Country
Thunder.
Thunder
Gotcha.
Festival up there, but then we're going back up there next year to do a proper tour across. We usually wind
Of course,
up
that's
there.
not announced yet.
Yeah. We
Oh,
yeah. I didn't give any details, but it's always February when we go up there, and it's freaking freezing.
I love
but,
it.
But dude, they come out. They still come out, man. Yeah, you do.
There's a
I do.
lot of big country music fans in Canada. I mean, because it's just so spread out, man. You don't
know.
realize Canada's a vast place.
It's huge.
And I mean, there's not a lot in between point A and point B. I mean, there's a lot of nothing in between those major markets.
Yeah.
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 A lot of ketchup chips.
Ketchup chips. I know what those are. Yeah. Y'all do when are you heading to the West Coast? You're working the West Coast a lot.
Yeah, we
Couple
just
weeks we'll be there.
yeah we just were out there some too, right? We did the north
yeah.
we did the Northwest out there, and it's a hodgepodge.
You had to
man.
play. I'm sure you played the Gorge out there.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that the most phenomenal place? One of the most gorgeous venues in the
Crazy.
entire country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That
incredible.
thing's. I mean, I think it might be more magnificent than Red Rocks.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's-
impressive.
it's-
man.
it's-
that
it's breathtaking.
backstage is like whoa.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Just the vastness of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we take for granted so much of the beauty of this country, man, and all Washington State and Oregon, all the way through
Yeah.
there, man. It's just a
Idaho.
phenomenal part of the country.
Idaho was a state I never heard anything about. We went to northern Idaho. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, it's
There's a
absolutely
place in Idaho, Kellogg. Have you played Kellogg? There's a little amphitheater up on top of the mountain there that you have to take the gondola up to.
Oh, wow.
There's like
Oh,
a
wow.
little dirt road about this wide of this bus that they'll take they'll offload your stuff and take a box truck up the top of this mountain.
Wow.
And everybody rides the gondola up and does a show and come back down. I mean,
That's
coming
crazy.
back down, it's like this little Christmas town below. It's freaking spectacular.
cool.
I don't know how we've missed that one, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I thought we played everywhere.
They all run together after a while. That's
They
one
do.
if you get to play it, you will not forget. Man.
That's cool. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Did I read that y'all played at the Sphere? Did you guys?
yeah,
did.
did
Yeah.
like a little guest spot with Chesney. Yeah, it
That's awesome.
was amazing.
Trippy place, man. If you haven't seen a show there,
I haven't seen one
go
yet.
see it.
I saw you two there 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did too.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty phenomenal. I'm not a huge U2 fan, but just the whole experience. Did y'all get to do any of the pre-production, or was it just getting on
No,
stage
we
with
just
Kenny?
popped on stage
basically?
with Kenny. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty phenomenal. I was supposed to go see the Eagles last year, and we picked up another show in Reno, so I didn't get to go. But I
Saw
really
them
want to see
twice
the
there.
freaking Eagles, man.
Oh, it's amazing.
Unreal.
I tell you who I want to see is Metallica there. Metallica,
I know.
Are they doing it? Is it official?
I don't know. I hadn't heard, but I
It's definitely
yeah.
in the ether. They're,
Yeah,
like,
I've heard
they're talking
whispers.
about it, but so I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I wanted to see them when they were here. I think they sold Nissan out 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
They said it was like a freaking earthquake going
I
on
know.
down there.
I haven't seen them. I want to see it.
Actually, my brother-in-law sent me a text. He took his daughter to see, I can't remember who, female artist, and he was texting me going, oh my God. He's like, she keeps talking for like 2 minutes between songs, and then all of a sudden he goes, oh my God, this is amazing. He said in her little silent skits, he said Metallica's Across the River absolutely blown the doors off the entire city.
But what's the last big act that you saw outside of country?
Saw Coldplay.
Oh yeah. That was my last one too.
I missed
Where
that
was that at?
one.
It was at Nissan.
Nissan.
Really? That's cool.
I saw
Yeah.
Bruno Mars in Vegas.
Were there people having affairs there too?
You know, it was like 3 shows after that happened. So he was like, "Okay, everybody, we're gonna turn the cameras on."
That was pretty crazy, man.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so amazing how fast something like that can take off too.
Well,
I mean,
dude,
that just messed those people's
Talk
lives
about
up,
something
dude.
going viral too. Like that boosted their ticket sales. Like
Did it
through
really?
the roof.
Wow.
Yeah, there was like thousands of people standing outside the stadium that couldn't get in. It just really like
That's
their streaming numbers went up insanely.
Wow, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then every record label's like, can you have somebody have an affair at
Yeah,
your show?
yeah.
So what we think is if you could find some.
I think I saw Bridgestone. The last one I went to see was Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie.
wow.
My youngest daughter wanted to go see Alice Cooper and Rob
bet
Zombie.
that was fun.
It was
yeah.
pretty crazy.
Dang.
I saw Disturbed there too. Disturbed is badass.
I bet.
They
I bet.
freaking
Wow.
rock.
I saw
That-
White Zombie back in the day before they broke up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking rock ass, man. I was so blown away by Disturbed too, man. They were running. There was no amps. There was nothing on the deck. They were using Kempers, and everybody had a line of Kempers. They had 2 of them, so they did like a little acoustic section in the middle of the show, and they all came down front, and they had their Kempers, so there was no amps. The drummer was set up on a flat deck. There was full pyro behind him. I mean, it was just a flat surface, but the whole backdrop was this rack, and every little cube had fire in it. It was all pyro lit, and it would move like this, and they could shoot flames out of it. It was the
Wow.
most amazing thing I've ever seen. It was
Damn.
really badass.
That's cool.
Y'all blowing up anything yet?
Yeah, we haven't gone fire yet.
Yeah. You hadn't gone full jelly roll
No,
yet?
no.
We're talking. We're venturing into confetti land. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
aggressive
yeah.
we are.
Maybe some confetti.
Keep
Yeah.
at the hotel. Keep.
Actually, I like this idea.
Yeah. Unnecessary
Inappropriate.
fire. I'm all for it.
Inappropriate fire. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. What's your production like? What all stuff are y'all carrying with you?
We got lot of videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you camera crews or are you just doing content?
Yeah, we got camera crew, but there's a lot of content, so it's they've kind of mixed it in now. So like the content.
Are y'all
will be
hands on with
happening.
all that creating?
Yeah. Well, luckily too, the guy that designs it all for us, he was like the second person we ever hired. He was our lighting director and is the second person we've ever hired, and has stuck with us all these years. And when it came time, it was like 2-3 years ago to do like a big arena tour. We were interviewing all these, designers and set designers and trying to figure out who we wanted to do. And he was like, "Hey guys, mind if I take a shot?" And we were like, "Yeah, dude." And he just blew it out of the water. So he knows who we are, knows what we like, knows what our vibe is, just killed it. So he's badass.
Do y'all revamp the start of every year as you kind of go through and look at production, see if things you want to change? Or you run a couple of years at a time, or how you
This will
regroup?
probably last for 2 years, I would say, probably. And
It's a lot of cost into putting all of it together to just go out for a few months. Y'all touring 11 months out of the year?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
That's
you,
kinda-
you got to stick with it for a little while.
Yeah, it just costs so much. I think it's more expensive now than it ever was. But I was noticing the other day, I've started getting into Suno and looking at some of the apps and stuff, and there's an app, there's some content creation stuff in Suno that will build content for your screens and stuff now, too. The AI will do it all for you. You put parameters in, it'll freaking do it all for you. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. We're almost all out of a job here.
I'm telling you what, man, I was looking at stuff the other day. I mean, it's going to start impacting us a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all played around with any of that stuff at all?
I have.
It's a little scary. I mean, I'm just starting to dabble in it, but it's about to take over. It's going to have a big impact on everything that we do.
Terminator 1 coming.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, isn't it?
It is a little bit. At least it can't replace the live show.
Never.
So we're safe there.
Well, and I've heard rumors that they're going to be that we're real close to it being its own format, that they're going to create a AI playlist, that it's its own radio thing where people are just logging in and listening to content that has no human element to it at all, and that kind of makes me sad.
You know what's interesting though, that I just kind of heard some commentary on it. Yes, it's getting really good and powerful right now, but it only can process what can only create what you feed it. So eventually it's going to be feeding on itself.
You'd think. Yeah.
So once there's so much AI out there, it's only going to be eating AI. And so then it's going to get super weird, I think. It can only learn so much. So it's going to end up
Homogenized, probably.
right, like
Yeah, that would probably be
yeah.
a good word for it, where it's starting to recreate the same stuff real similar over and
like
over
copy
and
of a
over
copy
again.
of a copy, I think, which I hadn't thought about.
I was like, I don't know if you've seen the clip of Joe Walsh talking about AI.
No.
I saw that.
You see that? He's like, what do you think about AI? He's like, wow, it's got nothing to do with music. And he's like, as soon as AI can throw a TV out of a hotel room and to the pool and get it right in the middle, then I'll be worried about
As soon as I can get his chainsaw out of the flight case and cut a hole between these two rooms.
He's like, hey, man.
So what's the wildest thing y'all have done on the road? Speaking of Joe Walsh.
Flew with the Blue Angels.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty wild.
No
Each
big-
one of y'all get to go up. Everybody
Yeah.
get to go up. That's cool.
They had 5 planes.
How many
Each
Gs
one had our name on it.
How many G's you push?
7-4 or something.
Yeah, 7
Yeah.
something.
Anybody throw up?
Our drummer
drummer.
did,
Yeah.
and passed out.
Yeah.
He threw up and passed out. I've never seen somebody.
Well,
look
he
so
had.
sick.
We also went up in Fat Albert, which is what is it? A
C-130.
Yeah.
And so Whit and I got to go. You were on it too.
I was on
so
it
Jeff
too,
and I
yeah.
got in the front seats, and they're like, one of y'all has to ride in the back. And he's like, I'll do it. And they're like, well, just so you know, there's no window, so it can be pretty unsettling. So we go up. We're having a great time. We're doing all the dives, and we get down, and they're like, guy right here is on his radio. He goes, I think your boy threw up. And
Yeah.
so
Well, the part I remember is we're in the cockpit and some guy pops his head into the cockpit and goes, "Hey, we got a puker back here."
And then the poor guy had to get right off of that plane and into the F-18.
yeah, he was in a full struggle, and we're walking on the thing, and he looks literally like, he just
ghost.
went in a
Gray.
washing
Yeah,
machine.
gray.
And the guy walks up, he goes, "Who's Whit Sellers?" And he's like, "Me." He goes, "It's your turn to go up in the fighter jet." And it's like once in a lifetime. He couldn't turn
Yeah.
it down, so he goes, "Okay."
Yeah, good on him too. He was like, "I'm not going to get this chance again, no matter
Yeah.
how sick I'm going to be. I'm going to do this."
So explain to people, like most people have never done that, the whole
Okay.
prep of going up. I mean, they put you in the pressure suit and everything.
Well,
squeeze. So
Blue
what
Angels don't do the
they don't do
pressure
any of
suit.
that?
No,
Okay.
they talk about they teach you how to like tighten your legs up
Squeeze.
to push
Breathe,
the blood and oxygen up to your brain, but no suit.
They didn't put y'all through like a prep course or anything before. I'm sure they
little
did.
bit.
some.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
They
They're
could
mostly
tell
like-
we were physical specimens. And
Right.
it was not necessary.
they did tell us a few times that when there's annoying people, that they just go ahead and put them out on purpose.
They can.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can be easy or they can be hard on you, man. Whatever
Like,
they
okay,
choose to do.
It's nap time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say
They
good
also
night.
said that if you pass out, they're like, pay attention to what your dreams are. Because apparently, a lot of times when you pass out from the G's, when you wake up, the dreams are like of beautiful places, like fields or like pleasant memories. So, of course, the drummer, he's throwing up in this C-130, and they put him in the other plane. They're doing these maneuvers, and he passes out. And he said that when he was coming out, the dream he was having was that he was in the C-130.
Poor guy.
It's fun to
Poor
pick on the
dude.
drummer when he's not here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But he did it. He did it.
Well, kudos to him, man, because
Yeah.
that's kind of a scary thing. I have a lot of respect for those guys because you think about how hard they pushed each of y'all, and to know that they have been in combat situations and your life is on the line, and it all has to come down to memory response, man, because
Yeah.
you can't be coherent through half the stuff. Those guys push 9 or 10 Gs.
It's insane,
They'll go
man.
to a whole nother level,
Yeah.
and to be able to do those maneuvers and stay alive, that's got to be terrifying on
It's
some
crazy.
level.
I know.
Yeah.
You got to be a special kind of human, man.
Oh yeah, I mean that's intense stuff. I mean that's life or death. That Top Gun shit's real, man.
Yeah, it is. Crazy to think about.
So where y'all are heading back out? I'm sure your tour schedules. Y'all finish up in December, or y'all working all the way through the end of the year?
We have a few things. We go pretty hard through October. A couple things in November, 1 or 2 things in December.
Yeah,
So
pretty normal.
it
Then when
slows
you go
down.
back out.
Yeah, and then next year is actually pretty light. Well, I say that now, but
Right.
it won't be. But
Yeah. If y'all got an album dropping, it won't be.
yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get the phone call like, I know we were going to take it easy this year, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's part of it, though, man. You got to go out there and get it, man. Y'all are you're still in the prime, man.
Yeah, man, we gotta get while it's hot.
Got to go out there and get it, especially with a new album dropping. A lot of competition out there.
I know.
Yeah.
But ain't it fun?
It's a
Yes.
blast.
God,
Amazing.
of all the things we could be doing, I mean, this is probably one of the coolest things
know.
in freaking existence that you get to do for a living, man.
It's
I mean, trade it for nothing in the world, man. And the camaraderie that you have, man, it's got to be one of the greatest parts of it.
Yeah.
You know, just being able to share all this with people that you care about and have all these memories and stuff as you go through the whole journey. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we laugh all day long, man. It's pretty great.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Boys, y'all got anything you want to ask?
I'm just curious about the title, Barbara. Is that based on a particular person or
Nope.
a bunch of different people? Or
That's once again us being stupid
I
and
love
thinking
it.
it was funny. You
Yeah.
know, we were just laughing.
all your album titles are funny like that.
Yeah, they're
Meat
all
candy and
We always have a running list of album
Yeah.
titles that
It's
we think
great.
are funny. Half of them we can't use, but there are some inappropriate ones in there. But
I'm sure.
yeah, Barbara was just one we thought was funny.
So it doesn't have anything to do with the record?
Not really, man.
Don't tell anybody.
We just thought it was
freaking
funny.
love it, man.
Then obviously the album cover. We created who Barbara is, and she's like a good visual representation of the album because we always say like if you look at her, she's got stories to tell, man, and she's sophisticated,
Hey,
trashy, and she's all the songs put into one in visual form.
She lived a lot of life.
Yeah,
I love it.
Man, that's the website. Look at the smoke going up.
it's the first time we're seeing our website.
Is it really?
Seemed like it.
You have T-shirts.
We got T-shirts.
This is great.
So that's on the internet?
Guys, I sure have enjoyed the visit today. Thank you
man,
for
thank
taking
you
the
for having
time
me.
for me. I hope y'all continue to have great success out there. And I know we've never had a chance to work together, but I hope we get a chance to share the stage
Would love to,
sometime
man.
soon.
We're,
Absolutely.
we're big fans.
Thank you
Oh,
very
yeah.
much.
You have influenced us heavily, so thank
so
you so
sorry.
much.
I'm so sorry. Well, I appreciate the camaraderie that you have, man. It's great to see people that are still enjoying everything that they do, man. This is a hell of a journey, man. Congratulations on all the success. And
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
Old
Thank you.
Dominion.
Thank you.